Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Checkarino, checkaroonies.
Yeah. Here we go. We're doing the quick tweet. We're going to get into the intro in a moment. This is a rare night. This is a big night. Friday night fight night has not stopped. It only took a momentary because of personal reasons for Growl. Growl was hanging around the fire hydrant a little bit too long. Growl saw 3 squirrels in a row, caught one, ate one, caught another one, pretended to catch one, had another one, ate 2 more, and that was the 3 squirrels that Growl had seen. Tonight is a double title defense. Longest running community event. All right, there we go. That's the thing. That's what's doing. Did that work? If it worked, great. If it didn't, fuck it. Because tonight is all about champions. This is the Challenge of Champions. I am your dog, Growl. Welcome to Friday Night Fight Night.
I will lend you my strength.
This is a Night of Champions, as I had said. This is the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. Welcome to Physera. Welcome to Physerians. Welcome to Physerans. Physeras. Welcome to Bloodfart. Welcome to my good friend Caro. Welcome to the booth.
Oh, hey guys, what's up? We missed you so much last week because we were too busy partying, but like, you know, it happens. That's what happens in life. You know, celebrations come up and Growl stays too long at the fire hydrant, but you party anyways. So like, who is ready to get another fight night underway, you guys?
This is huge, folks. Fight Night has not stopped, even though we were not streaming last night or last week. Tonight, I just want to cut to the chase. This is huge. This is the best of the best, bringing you the best, so they showcase their best for your best experience. This is Friday Night Fight Night Battle of Champions. We have, from the Guild of the Six Shadows, the reigning champion, the Golden Shadow themselves, Yidicus, who is about to do their title defense for the 5th time in a row. And as their challenger tonight, we have prior and longest lasting champion there is, the Zerk with the twerk, Sauce Lord.
What's up, you guys? I mean, like, honey barbecue's always been my favorite, but like, any sauce is welcome when it's Sauce Lord.
This is huge. We are going on the Battle of Fives. We see both combatants. We are good to go. Lady Hippolyta is calling it out. Both fighters are confirmed unbuffed. This is a Six Shadows Guild Friday Night Fight Night Championship sanctioned event. What? We have Gubbins' Fart Bomb declaring that Fight Night is on. We have already done practice fights. We are at the Bridge of Shadows here in Northern Bjorn, outside of the Woodcutter camp. Both fighters have been submitted their credentials. They have submitted their screenshot of their health bar to show that there are no puffs, no buffs, no exploits. The Raging Storm necklace is not equipped. That is the only thing banned here at Fight Night. And we will find out if there is a new reigning champion who has been reigning but will reign for longer, or if the prior reigning champion will reinstitute their reign to see if they can reign even longer than they had reigned before. This is not a rainy night. This is not a storm. The only storm you will see is passion, fury, and combat. This is the best 1v1 PvP duels you will find anywhere. This is Friday Night Fight Night.
You're also totally going to see some hip and dancing, and like that's just what we do, you guys. Welcome everyone, whether you're large or small or in between. We're so excited for this fight night. It looks like there are some introductions going on, so let's check out who we have for this championship fight.
In the blue corner tonight, representing the Notorious Guild of Notoriety, Notorious themselves, some of the best PvPers, whether it be 1v1, 3v3, or in RB. We have the blue corner's own, the almighty Sauce Lord Varg of Champions, Sauce Lord. In the red corner, the current champion, the one trying to have that championship title for the longest that they've been out there. It is the Six Shadows' own, the Golden Shadow themselves, Yeeticus. I will say that Yeet has been working hard this past week. Gubbins is putting their Gubbins triple circle, triple jump, good luck charm into Sauce Lord. We will see if that is enough.
What's up, Gubbins? See what I did there? So you guys, are you ready for the first fight? I mean, we've got all the rules. We've got Growl, you can see both of the fighters, and it looks like they're off, you guys. Sauce Lord and Yeet are at it. They are feeling each other out. They are moving about the battlefield. Looks like Sauce Lord is first to get some serious hits in. Yeet whipping out the Blades of Justice, you guys. That is no small feat. Just so you know, Kara did a little bit of moving around with her types of moves and everything, and rediscovered how fun Blades of Justice is. It's pretty cool, you guys.
Fuck, I am on mute. Yeet is crushing it for a second. All this other stuff. We've got Yeet going into another shoulder strike, tossing. Oh, fuck. I am all way fucked up. Okay. Growl needs to take a deep breath. Here we go. Sauce Lord is on top. Sauce Lord has lost maybe about 15% health. Yeeticus has recharged themselves with a little bit of a healing buff. So they are probably about 80% health. We have seen Sauce Lord, the Varg extraordinaire, controlling the battlefield, using their stuns and their dazes to really move Yeet off of their game. They are also taking off significant damage. Now here's the thing. Yeet is able to usually withstand the damage, move, counter, and then start to get into their rotation. We're going to see what's going to happen right now, because we're going to see Yeet drop that health ball. They're going to come collect that. Sauce Lord is controlling the battlefield, but not to the extent that it's going to hold Yeet off. And now Yeet has the advantage. We can see Yeet starting to use that advantage and work into their rotation. Those blades are coming up.
Yeah, you guys, so Sauce Lord continues to be on the attack, and Yeet throwing the occasional healing sphere. Just want to be 100% clear that is not a buff. That is a heal, which is allowed per the rules. We see Yeet kind of sitting under one right now in that unenviable position that basically every priest has been in, of laying underneath your own health while unable to collect it and slowly losing health. However, it looks like things are slowly getting a little more interesting in this fight.
We were even a moment ago, but then Yeet picked up their golden healing ball of energy. Yeet has a slight advantage, but once again, Sauce Lord doing what they do best, which is going to their rotation, and they're throwing in some combos right now to allow those cooldowns to cool up a little bit. So they have now, should have pretty much all of their skills ready to go. Yeet jumps into a shield. Their new totem is working really, really hard. It has Max runes, and Saw Sword's tossed into the air. Once again, Yeeticus has been able to control and absorb the damage. Saw Sword slowly but quickly became overwhelmed. That was a hell of a battle.
Nice job, you guys. All the GGs. Like, that was a little back and forth, but it was fun to watch. Just a reminder, this is best out of 3. And if we've seen anything from Sauce Lord in the past, it is, you know, it is a done deal that there's going to be some learning that happens, and we're going to come back and have a killer fight number 2. So don't count anything out just yet, even if they're a tiny ippin like Toasty McToasterson.
Or Gubbins McGubberington.
Gubbins Gubba Gubba.
Gubbins Gubba Gubba.
Or even Recovery Girl, who's like gracing us here in the booth. What's up, Recovery Girl?
Another champ.
And I mean, Nemour's here too. What's up, Nemour? Being like, can I just say, a wonderful team player and a great spectator. He's a giant varg, but he's sitting down so everybody can see. So thanks, man. Like, GG's to you, and like, thanks for being awesome. And once again, the one and only Bloodfart is also up here. So like, thanks for coming, you guys. This is super fun. Even though no one can jump as high as Kara, like when compared to actual body size, we're all winners.
Fighters, get ready. Fighters are called to attention. Gubbins has tried one of their another Gubba Gubba Hey Hey Gubbins Good Luck Charm dances. Sauce Lord is standing ready and attention. We are switching channels to ensure that everyone is visible. We have already confirmed that there are no buffs, no pots, no exploits. Oops. We can see Yeeticus. We can see Sauce Lord. We can see them both ready to go.
Right.
They're separating themselves. They're getting ready to jump and indicate that they are ready. Are you ready? This is the best of the best. Fighting their best for your best experience. Sauce Lord comes in. Starts to work their rotation immediately. With the shoulder strike moving into finally. They've been preheated, so they worked that Earthbreaker. Once again, starting to move into those shoulder strikes. They need to make sure that they are using that stamina effectively because they are on top of Yeet. But once again, Yeet already has that health ball out. They go and collect it, and they are back up to about 90% health. Yeet, as a priest will preemptively drop that health ball just to have it on the combat environment, combat floor. So whenever they need it, or if they're in a bad spot, they can just go beeline for it, just like they did right there. So we can see, once again, Sauce Lord taking command, taking control of the battlefield. But that OP ability of the priest to become a tank with their own self-heals makes it difficult to really wear them down. Sauce Lord, which they can do, is going to have to really work their rotation significantly and time it. So as soon as Yeet is dropping a move, they can come in and interrupt.
I have to say, by the way, Growl, like, Sauce Lord has not lost any health this entire fight. And Yeet's already taken, like, 3 health balls. So that's a good thing from Sauce Lord's point of view because that shows that he's wearing them down, right? And Sauce Lord has also been doing a good job at getting in between Yeet and the health.
Yeah, that we've seen something similar to happen last match, and once again, Yeet was able to kind of absorb the damage, go pick up those health balls, and then play defense, and then get into their rotation quick.
Once again, we are definitely seeing a battle of 2 competitors who have some staying power. Yeet throwing up those shields, dropping those that combo on Sauce Lord. I don't know if the end of that combo is an interrupt in PvP like it is in PvE. However, it can be one of the more ferocious moves, to be frank. Sauce Lord is pulling it down on Yeet. Yeet's able to sneak away and grab that health ball, but it's only doing so much good.
Wow, what a huge strike at the end. Sauce Lord takes it down. Varg's saying that human stew is better than Varg stew. Going back old Empire style.
Yes.
That was an impressive fight. We are tied. We have the longest running champion so far in all of Friday Night Fight Night. Even Steven, Lynn Lily Steve, Bloodfart's best friend, would be really happy right now because we are even. This is a 1-1. This is the tiebreaker. This is a 0-0. This is a sudden death match.
I thought it was 1-1.
1v1? Well, I guess the count is 0-0. So first to one. Yeah, you make good sense.
Wow,
Damn,
you
that was
guys,
killer.
That was pretty great. Am I right? Sauce Lord just bringing it home at the end. Like, what did I tell you, you guys? Like, Sauce Lord is going to make some adjustments and come back even stronger. Kind of like, I don't know, St. Peter's after halftime playing against Purdue. Not hating on Purdue.
Who won?
Oh,
Who
I
won
don't
that?
know.
Okay, so I don't. Why? Okay, well, that totally made me forget that I was watching that earlier, and I was super into it. But I'll tell you what, this is better action. This is 1v1 PvP head-to-head duels. We have two of the longest-running champions in all of Friday Night Fight Night. And I'll tell you what, folks, all of our Physerians, all you puppies and kittens, all you Varg, Ippins, elves, and humans, St. Peter's won. Is this going to... There's no underdog in this match, folks. Yeet versus Sauce Lord, it all comes down to right now. There's nothing beyond right now. Sauce Lord's able to gather a little bit of health, probably from that ring that comes out of the Temple of Lies. Yeet is... Well, that was Sauce Lord. Yep, Yeet getting tossed up in the air. Sauce Lord coming in and moving in with that Earthbreaker. Sauce Lord says that the championship has been mine. Yeet says, I have just powered up with my new Halidom. Yeet is back up on top, drops their shield. Once again, about 85% health. Sauce Lord's starting to suck down some damage, really having a hard time. Sauce has got to do some agility, some stams, got to move around the battlefield, take control, and get back into their rotation. Sauce Lord is one of the best with connecting and controlling that battlefield. Oh, using that shoulder strike. Missed right there. Yeeticus back up on top, having that advantage with the health. Now, once again, even though Sauce Lord is hitting just south of 50% health, as soon as they take control right here, they have the ability to dominate. Oh, up in the air goes Yeet. Sauce Lord continuing that rotation, getting a couple of shoulder strikes in. All you Vargs in the audience, keep an eye on that. Sauce Lord will do a couple of shoulder strikes to get themselves into the correct position to turn around and come back with their next set of combos in the rotation. Yeet topped up into the air. Now we are once again about even when it comes to health. This is what we're talking about, the champion on championship match. The best of the best bringing their best to give you the best for the best Friday Night Fight Night experience.
I tell you guys what, this is definitely like, we just saw one of those moments that once again, every priest has been there. Just because we can heal ourselves doesn't mean it's always easy to grab that healing sphere when you need to.
Gubbins get pulled into the mix. We're so far into the audience. Sauce Lord does not care. Sauce Lord has got their eyes on the prize. The eyes is that championship. The eyes is that title of longest running Friday Night Fight Night champion. Moving into that shoulder strike, into the charge, into the Earthbreaker we just saw, into some more shoulder strikes. There's that siege. This is some fine Vargery, folks. Yeet is going to take their breath. They're going to drop another health ball in a second, probably shield up. They've got to roll out and give themselves 2 seconds to get some moves going. Sauce Lord, however, wants to control the rest of the fight. Once again, keep those dazes on. Keep that stun lock on.
Sauce Lord's relentless, you guys. Like, this is pretty serious right now.
The Varg with the lava die tosses the golden shadow into the air. Yeeticus on their back, dazed once again. Sauce Lord Shoulder striking away. Another siege. Another charge. Here it comes, folks. Is this it? Oh, Yeeticus rolls out of it. Picks up that health ball. Wow. Growl's got to sit the fuck back down because that was crazy. Yeet with the shield. Sauce Lord coming into it, still being aggressive, trying to get those shoulder strikes back in and back in control. Yeet knows that with a couple of good shots, they can get into their rotation. Sauce Lord is first back into their rotation. Tosses Yeet with the Earthbreaker.
Guys.
And there's the leap. There's the leap. We have the old champion being the new champion. One of the best champions that we have had has been the Golden Knight Yeet.
Absolutely.
That has been one of the best runs that we have ever seen. However, one of the best runs of all time has been defended, has been championed by the prior champion. The one with the record, the one will say the record stands. The record shall not be broken tonight. The record stands with the champ of the longest record. I'm saying record a lot. Wow. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just floored. I'm just so pumped. Sauce Lord, you make all of our Varg kind realize how good human stew tastes.
So, hey.
Old Empire,
hey,
baby.
Growl, I think there's a squirrel up here. Let's go.
What?
So, yeah. In the chat, there was a discussion about one of those fights was actually not okay to count. So what we're doing right now is the score remains 1-1, and there will be one more fight to determine which of these champions becomes tonight's champion. All right. So There is one more round. Sorry for any confusion, you guys. That came up a little quickly. But look it up. We have Sauce Lord and Yeet. We are going to find it out. We're going to see who's got it. And you know what? I think both of these folks got it. So yeah. Little confusing. My bad. Our bad. But it's cool. Hey, silver lining. We get to see these two fierce competitors square off once again. Okay. So we are off. And looks like Sauce is missing no moves. Hitting you with that Earthbreaker, you guys. Jumping up and rolling over to the health ball like it ain't no thing. Throwing some Blades of Justice in there. Once again. Maybe Contrition, sorry about that. But yeah, definitely not Divine Strike. But they all have, like, you know, swords that come from the sky, which is pretty badass, if I say so myself. So, like, we are ready to crown the champion for the beginning of the night. Who do you got, Growl?
Wow. Well, right now Yeet is up on top. Sauce Lord's got to get back into their rotation and control it. I wasn't watching chat, in all honesty, so I don't know what, like, vaulted one of the prior matches. I would call best of 5 at this point.
And it looks like we have a little bit of a pause right here. Here comes Hippolyta. Nemor showing us how he feels, man. That's pretty cool.
What did Namor say?
He was engulfed with anger, and he had a pretty cool emoji to show it. Wow, you guys, we have a Shibiki trophy down there. Thanks for throwing that out, Hippolyta. It is party time. Kara's gonna come down here and dance, because whatever just happened, it was great. These are two, and like Kara says this all the time, but like fierce competitors, right, you guys? This is a great time. Thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you all of our loyal viewers. Tell us what was one of your favorite moments from that fight. Tell us in the chat. Check us out. Thanks for showing up on Twitch. Thanks for showing up here in Bluzz.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Yeah, you guys. As Hippolyta's saying, Titanic duel. That is a great descriptor. Love it.
Oh, fuck.
You know what? Even if the second round didn't technically count, all of the rounds that we watched today showed some pretty freaking cool competitors doing what they do best. There was offense, there was defense, there were combos like we'd never seen before. There were all the Earthbreakers, and there were even a bunch of like Holy Flames having that damage over time. I swear, like it was kind of like a best of the best, like Zerk and Priest moveset. Am I right? And throughout it all, these two competitors, like, they did a good job using the whole battlefield, but they also, like, it was a more intimate fight. You guys, like, these two were seriously just, like, in each other's faces the whole time. And that makes for an exciting fight, and that makes for Kara coming up here, going to dance in front of the camera. Yeah, that's right, you guys. Oh, and I guess I'm dancing with Toasty. Hooray! Toasty may not know it, but we're dancing together. For all of those Ippins out there who wish to dance now, just super cool. That's quite a few Shibiki trophies we had out there, you guys. Completely. Wow. So after all these amazing matches, I am so excited to see what else we have in store for Friday Night Fight Night. This is going to be fun. I mean, what a way to start the night off. Like,
Wow.
that's just going to be super great. What could possibly hold up to this? I mean, maybe, and I don't think we've explained this to the audience yet, but there is going to be another championship match at the end of the day. Can you believe that, you guys? You have not seen the last of these thrilling fights, like, with high stakes at all.
High stakes matches, 1v1 PvP head-to-head duels. This is all Guild of the Six Shadows sanctioned event. This is confirmed by multiple parties through multiple levels. It's like a mass filtration system in which there are multiple mesh layers in which we all catch the different particuli that might be through. And what comes out as a result is a refined and distilled brand of badassery that you will not find anywhere else. This is Friday Night Fight Night, the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. This is the Guild of the Six Shadows. This is a Lady Hippolyta production. This is a match in which we have seen the longest reigning champ from the Guild Notorious, Sauce Lord, defend that title, and now it is tied. Now, Sauce Lord has the ability to, once again, usurp the champion if they become tonight's champion. They will have one more opportunity to fight the current champion, and that is Yeeticus.
Yeah, and just to be 100% totally clear, you guys, he came out on top by a score of 2-1. Sauce Lord, look out. Which means look out for Sauce Lord, because they're a total badass. As is everyone.
All right, where's the yeet? Let's go sit and just bask in the yeet that is yeet. There we go. There we go. Kicking it with Lil Sims.
Hey, Lil Sims, aren't you a rapper from England? If you are or if you aren't, I like it a lot.
Look at that golden champion. Let's go a little bit up. Yeah, you don't got to move, Yeet. Champions don't got to move. You let Growl put you in the best position possible. Look at that badass stave. Look at that golden glow adorned in what used to be red but is now the dark colors of the shadows. The golden shadow themselves, the priest with the power. We have Dika showing up. We got Lil Sims doing a little dance.
Confirmed, Lil Sims is a British rapper, and she's one of Kara's favorites because she's super, super cool. But however that relates to this particular little Sims, welcome Ippin friend. Everybody loves an Ippin friend. Yes, you guys. Thank you for coming to Fight Night tonight. This is the longest running, as Growl mentioned, community event in Bless Unleashed. We are having a great night.
I want to go get up. I want to say hello to Zammy. Haven't seen Zammy in a second.
Oh, hey, Zammy.
But honestly, want to go get up in Sauce Lord's face and give them a big old Varg hug. And by that, I would like kind of roll up, kind of like next to Dika, and be like, "How's your feet doing?" "Oh, that's how your feet doing? My feet pretty big. My feet feel all the ground." I'm gonna roll and run away. Dika is one of my best favorite Vargs in the world. I look up to Dika. There's also King Wolf that I look up to. Sauce Lord I look up to a lot too. But honestly, Growl got the biggest feet. That's all I'm gonna say.
Who's the player that you guys look up to? Tell us in the chat. You know,
Blood fart.
tell us who you look up to. Maybe it's someone who knows your admiration. Maybe it's someone who doesn't. Like one person Kara looks up to is Recovery Girl. Not just because she's a past champion, but you know, it takes a lot of guts to get out there and like fight against people who are so much bigger than you all the time. Looks like Bloodfart is getting some no-toe against Gubs the Gubs. What's up, you guys? By the way, another character who Kara admires is Ravina. Because Ravina is always up for a fight, always up to improve skills, and always, like, down for a good time. So, yeah. Tell us who you admire. Let's keep the positivity flowing, you guys. While we watch Toasty and Bloodfart give Mono a mono. Holy Flame and Smite, you guys.
I have seen Toasty for the past couple weeks. That's Toasty fighting, right? Yeah. I've seen Toasty in the past couple weeks sitting in the corner with a file, literally filing their teeth, making them sharp. And I'll tell you what, Toasty's got some mega fucking bite right now. Mega fucking bite. PvE, PvP. Look at that. Just tossed the fart because they've been sitting there like a crazy little milk deliverer, sharpening their teeth and getting them all so sharp that when you bite, you just rip out pieces of flesh. Bloodfart says, Lynn Lily Steve Hauer. And I'll tell you what, that's okay. Toasty did a fucking great job, though. I'll say that. Great job, Toasty. Sick job, Bloodfart. Lynn Lily Steve is smiling back on Lynn Lily Beach.
So what's up, you guys? We just saw Bloodfart and Toasty hanging out while Toasty finished sharpening their teeth. You may think Toasty is like all cute and Ippin-like, but you know, do not never underestimate an Ippin who sharpens their teeth with a metal file. Just so you know.
Kara, can you drop Growl a heal?
She sure can. Oh yeah, you can't like get a Majigget because you're in PvP mode. Well, now you have to wait 8 seconds so that I can like... See, unlike many priests, you guys, Kara can only throw 1 healing sphere at a time because of the way Kara's skills are configured, because that's how Kara wants to run it, okay? And... oh, here we go. Bloodfart. Who are you up against? Looks like Argia. What's up, Argia? Nice to see you here tonight.
Great to see you. No admin privileges in the Discord just yet.
Looks like that was a quick one, you guys. GG. Bloodfart goes down a little bit. He was sitting pretty after that fight with Toasty and Toasty's giant foxtail, very similar to Kara's giant foxtail, just so you know, one of the finest tails you've ever seen. Now, we're jumping in with Hippolyta and Bloodfart once again. Alright. I love that these fights are going fast and furious, you guys.
Yeah. We've got Hippolyta, the best crusader in the game when it comes to charge. We have Bloodfart. You can see how deadly they are, being all over Hippolyta like a drunk girl at a frat party. That is really inappropriate. That's really got a whole lot of levels of things that I wish I could take back. But it's the truth, and you know what? People got to look out for their friends, and guys got to stop being so shitty. And that's why I think prostitution should be legal, because if I just paid for sex, I could get so much
So in other
more
words,
out of
like,
things.
people were all over each other on that fight, like gravy on poutine. To bring it back
Yeah, that's
to
much
an
better.
Indian's favorite thing to talk about, which is food. Girl, you feel like having some poutine tonight?
I don't feel like eating at all because I am incredibly embarrassed at the words that I just came out of my mouth, and now I'm kind of like, the fuck am I talking about?
Oh, well, I'm talking about poutine. You want to talk about poutine?
I'd like to talk about Pootanani? Pootang?
Hey, so I heard
Pootie Tang, Sepatang, my Ramatang.
I heard that if you have, speaking of Canadian things like poutine, I heard that if you get a non-Canadian to play a Canadian in a movie, that is a racist thing called maple face. Badooch. Maybe that was. Maybe that is.
It's
not.
harmful.
Aha. Okay. What do we got, you guys? Toasty's back in the mix. Toasty's back in the mix with your friend and mine, the Elite Ranger Leap. Got it. Leap is running around like a maniac. Toasty is running around like a maniac. These two are covering so much ground. It's like they a groundskeeper. That was bad, sorry. Oh, and Toasty goes down, you guys. Kind of like just poutine that's been sitting too long. Who else wants to take on Leap?
Yeah.
Because, oh, by the way, Leap, it's nice to see you. I don't think we've seen you for a little bit, but, like, thanks for stopping by. It seems as though we may have a new competitor get out there, you guys. Someone who just got like a new axe appearance, perhaps. Maybe someone whose name ends in owl. Like the flying thing with the big eyes. Argia is asking for Yeet to have a fight.
Oh.
That would be a pretty cool thing to watch. I mean, don't you think so, Growl?
Yeah.
If Yeet wants a little more running around prior to the fight, well, you guys are in for it now. You are going to get a super treat, which is a fighter's eye view of the battlefield. Let's do it. Growl's OP right now, you guys. Who wants to go up against Growl? And is Hippolyta still announcing? I think that there are some other things Hippolyta's doing right now, but Toasty is helping to fill in. Ildika says he's a newbie. He'll fight you.
I love Eldika.
Aww.
Eldika is a fellow Vargises. That's supposed to be Pisces and Varganian.
Oh, looks like Zammy's here. Let's go get him, Growl. How the heck did that not just like knock Sammy off of his freaking feet? Okay, like if I run into Whirlwind, I get thrown 10 feet in the air.
I have that fucking set wrong. Oh, you know what? It's a different. So used to having like the different blessing. That was a blind shot. Oh, I should have been quicker on that. I didn't. I'm so not used to like PvP in this.
Yeah, just so you guys know, Growl is rocking some PvE gear, and this is a great opportunity for Zammy to practice and for Growl to practice, because even if you're not rocking PvP gear, I mean, some of the principles of PvP are still the same, right? You have to control the space.
Oh, a snap.
You have to be aware of what's going on around you. You have to strike while the iron is hot, and you have to know when to lean back, okay?
Lean back.
Lean back.
A lean back.
Yeah, I said
Lean
that
back.
on purpose, you guys. Sorry about that. Your friend Kara has been somewhat under the weather the last few days, but we're cool.
Why the fuck? Oh, because it fucking has a recharge. Oh, I'm so just under Mifflin. Alright, let's see if we can get a little something going. Oh no, Zam got me. Zammy, great to see you. Glad you're feeling better. I know you had the vomit shits. You were puking and farting at the same time.
GG's Zammy and GG's Growl. Thanks for watching, you guys. That was a lot of fun. We always love it when we can see the fighter's eye view of the field.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Twisted Tea in chat is talking about Velveeta mac and cheese. Someone clearly took the hint from Kara talking about poutine. Mac and cheese it is. That's what we call Ippen home style stew. Back where Kara's from. Looks like Ravina is the next to get into a fight, you guys, and it appears to be Ildika who's ready to take her on. Can't wait to see how this goes. Oh wait, we got Argia in the mix too. Ildika's walking away. Okay, so Ravina and Argia are going to be the next two to fight.
Good thing I'm on mute. Holy, that was a lot of aggressive.
Yeah,
like,
you guys, we're playing like music here, and a song came on that like both of us super hate, and like your friend Kara is always positive, right? So I was like, okay, this song must be great for someone else, not Growl and Kara. But anyway, here we are. We are watching Ravina and Argia go at it on Friday night, fight night, here at the Bridge of the Six Shadows, you guys. And what a night of fights, right, Growl?
Back in Northern Bjorn, back outside of the Woodcutters camp. We have bounced around a couple of times, but we have not stopped. This is still the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed.
Hey, you guys. Sorry.
Go for it.
So, we've been really enjoying, like, kind of taking the show on the road the last couple of weeks and having all the new ideas and the new places. But it does feel good to be home, doesn't it, Growl?
Yeah, it feels very natural. It feels very good. This is a great venue. This is the spot that Don Diego gave to us. He was eating a bologna sandwich,
And poutine.
I don't even know what that is, but yes, we'll say that it was. But he was eating a bologna sandwich and poutine, and he was like, "Oh, the Six Shadows. You took care of Gideon. Gideon's a big fat, suckwad, and he's, a jerk, and he doesn't like to share, and he's got all these like Oreo cookies, and what he does is he like takes them in front of people and he smashes them, and then he like blows the Oreos in their face, and they sneeze a lot, and that's just not okay because people are like, hey, we would eat those Oreos, and that really didn't make any sense. But long story short, Don Diego gifted the Six Shadows the Bridge of Shadows. Oh, Argia coming back. Admin privileges re-initiated.
Yes.
Wow.
Look at that beautiful sunset, you guys. We love being
That's beautiful.
at the Bridge of the Six Shadows. And I think Cuerno Macau does too. Cuerno Quemao.
Welcome, Aztecas. You have been a staple in the Friday Night Fight Night scenery. You are a staple here on Physera. Physerians, Physrans. Welcome to Physera. Welcome to Physera. Welcome to Physera. This is Friday Night Fight Night. The Guild of the Six Shadows welcomes you. This is a Lady Hippolyta production of Friday Night Fight Night. This is the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. Tonight, we have already seen the current champion tie the record of the challenger, the prior champion. That's pretty complex. I wish I had a whiteboard to mark it out, but I'll tell you what. We've had two people who have been the champions for the longest time fight tonight, and right now, it is even. It is neck and neck. We have had two combatants have 5 weeks of title defenses. And we're going to see what happens at the end of tonight. We're going to see if the prior champion can rise through the ranks and challenge the champion once again. We will see if the champion takes down a different challenger. We will see if the champion remains champion. I'm using the same words, and I just feel like it's getting really confusing because champion, challenger, prior champion,
Contestant.
Combatant. Like, damn.
Fighter.
Player A versus player B. I feel like that's too mathy. And then I get fucking turned off. Anyway, whatever. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yeah, you guys, happy Friday, wherever you may be. Maybe it's already Saturday where you are, and in which case that is really cool because Saturdays are pretty great too. We've got Saina and Toasty right now. Toasty's letting fly a whole bunch of those blades justice and just hit that old reliable holy flame and exactly.
I have 14 kinds of damn, and they're all going off right now.
Yikes, you guys.
Ooh.
Toasty McToasterson comes out on top. By the way, Saina, GG. That was pretty cool. Come back and do it again. ASAP. Like, tonight, for sure. Hippolyta is calling for leap. Is it gonna happen? Looks like it is. Okay, we've got Hippolyta and Leap, you guys. We're totally ready for, okay, for this ranged on close in action. Hippolyta is using all those tools available at the Crusaders' disposal. Leap is covering ground pretty well, ready to get one of those exploding arrows, maybe some additional hits in. Sure. Whoa, jeez. They are controlling each other when it comes to all the space, you guys. It looks like Hippolyta is pushing away. Leap is pushing away also. Hey, by the way, thanks, Pope Pius, for, like, serving as a roadblock over there with that giant elephant. Oof! Hippolyta got exactly what she asked for, guys. She got a big dose of Leap. GG Leap. GG Hippolyta. That was some fun. So who wants to go next, you guys? This has been such a fun night. Like, we opened with, like, that whiz-bang, crackling series of fights between Yeet and Sus Lord. Two of them are some of the best competitors that we've got. They're the fiercest, they're the funniest, they're the coolest, right? They're both just, like, cool folks. And that's a really cool thing. We are representing Aztecas. We are representing Dream Team. There is also Team Venture. There's also Telios' dad. Like, you know, perhaps accurate, but a little dark. Death Unleashed, also represented here. Notorious is also here. And just so you know, the Six Shadows. Tinatornimo. That's also a guild that we're talking about right now, you guys. Okay, anyway, it looks like Zammy and Yeet are going at it. Zammy, what do we got? Let's try to get that Yeet on there. Zammy is coming at it strong and hard. Fearless, just like any Ippen Crusader rushing into battle. Ooh, until the very end. Yeet finishing it off with the beam. That was a fast fight, but sometimes it's fun to watch a fast fight, you guys. Nice job.
What a night, what a night, what a fantastic Friday night. Who do we got? Toasty? John Lee.
Oh, hey, John
This
Lee. Sorry, girl.
Whew, John Lee hits really hard. Toasty's been working. They've been working and putting the time in. I might say John Lee, even though Toasty's a priest, and right now priest has advantage. But if John Lee can really pump out that damage, it's not looking like that's happening. Literally, if ever Growl says something, bet against what Growl says. But look at that. Look at John Lee rip. Fuck, man. John Lee puts the D in DPS. Toasty been really mindful and really working up their game. Toasty knocks John Lee down. Wow. John Lee into the air. Toasty coming back. John Lee's got to close that distance. Oh, misses with the leap. Growl's got some harpy breath, i.e. indigestion. Toasty working their work, moving their moves. Oh boy, John Lee has got to turn the corner. I don't know if Toasty is rocking any heals. Toasty says, "You are toasted." That was a GG.
Super GG, you guys, totally.
Oh, Okay, girl, I forgot what all the buttons are for. These ones. This one is what happens when you do that. Okay.
I like you.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Girl, still working on getting that health back up. Oh.
Girl, are you still in PvP mode?
No.
Let's find out.
I think it's because I have notoriety.
Okay.
Some Noto 8.
Yeah, you guys, like, why do you think there are so many levels to notoriety? Like 8? I mean,
That's a great question. I mean, yeah. Keep going, Kara. I'm not disagreeing.
yeah,
I'm just...
I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Perhaps it's me as a non-PvPer, but like,
But let's explore it from a game development standpoint. What's the actual purpose? Are you going to get different rewards and higher rewards for being like a PKer? I mean, is that what's going on?
and like because there's so much effort to get up to Noto 8, like, what are the actual, I don't know, like, what are the differences in effort, like, between 6 and 7, or like between 3 and 4? Like, are they measurable? Are they specific? That kind of thing. Let us know what you think in the chat. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. In the meantime, we've got Recovery Girl and Toasty. This is a battle of Ippins with adorable tails. And you know what's better than watching a battle of Ippins with adorable tails who both are really good at fighting? Pretty much nothing.
Recovery Girl on top. Toasty tossing the girl. The great combat medic is still on their back. Toastikins keeps the toaster turned up to 8, which is going to burn the toast.
Noto 8.
Noto 8 on the toaster for Toasty. Recovery Girl got that shield down. Once again, they're looking to challenge for the title tonight. You can see them. They're putting out their A game. They're not putting out their A+ game, because we'll see that in a moment. And, oh, they went through and did the basic, yeah. So great match. GG.
Nice
the
job,
best.
Ippin friends. Toasty McToasterson. Oh, by the way, I forgot to call out Recovery Girls Guild when I was doing the guild callouts earlier. So hey, the great.
Did you call out Team Venture?
Sure did.
Yeah.
The few, the proud, the ventures.
Go Team Venture.
I'm trying to think of like an even better quote from that TV show, but there's so many, and like I just got lost in them. I should have muted for that. Sorry, you guys.
Phantom Spaceman's a big fat jerk. It's one of my faves.
Yeah, so I can just rely on Growl as a venture enthusiast. Yeet.
Oh, Yeet versus Hippolyta.
Yeet and Hippolyta are going at it, you guys. Can we get a what for
What?
Yeet?
What?
And maybe one for Hippolyta too, even as they
What?
getting hit with some Blades of Justice. Hey, by the way, Yeet, how can you throw Blades of Justice so many times? Just curious. Maybe the way the Kara has things configured, it takes all the mana, but I'm sure we're running different blessings or whatever. Hippolyta remains unafraid. She's getting in there and like saying, I don't care if you can heal yourself. I don't care if you can like not have to aim and attach a bolt to me and like, you know, all that kind of thing. I'm fearless and I'm gonna do what I want. Ooh, and there we go.
Ooh. No
But
aiming needed.
but sorry, Hippolyta is able to use their shield because this is, Yeet's able to heal and Hippolyta's able to use her shield. That does seem to be the end of the
Yeah.
fight though. So GG's everybody.
All right. I was looking at gear. I don't think I'm going to switch gear to go quote-unquote PvP mode. I will not go step up to Recovery Girl. Recovery Girl is a past champion. They are the great combat medic, period. Hands down, no doubt about it. I'd go fight Recovery Girl, but I mean, it's not going to even give them a challenge. And especially with me, the way I'm spec'd, with the way my... I'm not in the right blessing. I don't have the right skills leveled up. I couldn't even get away with it because I'd have to change out 2 of my skills, so I'm hampered. I've got like one hand fighting behind my back. So I'll go against anybody, wanting to try stuff out, but somebody as incredible as Recovery Girl, not gonna even waste their time. Because honestly, if I fought them, they should actually be able to go again. I should be like a placeholder and just let them warm up, and then they can like fight whoever's after me and be like, let's this be an actual match, But whatever. Dika versus Recovery Girl. One of the best Vargs in the game versus one of the best priests in the game. We can see Dika trying to control the battlefield. This will be a little bit of a similar match as we saw between Yeet and Sauce.
I did just want to say like one small thing now that Kara has saved the music. The great combat medic is definitely Recovery Girl, but Kara's also a pretty great combat medic.
I thought you were a damage priest.
But my title is combat medic.
Oh, I guess it is.
And I am totally an attack priest, damage priest, call it what you want. Like, I'll heal you, but I'll also DPS.
And you'll also not heal me. You'll also be like, I'm going to fuck shit up before I heal you. I'm going to take care of my combo.
I have been guilty on occasion of choosing to fuck shit up instead of heal. So, I mean, I'm either a bad priest or like a good Kara. So, I'm a good Kara.
All right, there you go. That's what you got to do. Ooh, Dika trying to continue to control the battlefield. Recovery Girl coming back with a shield, tossing Dika in the air. Ooh, that was a big mess. You don't usually see that from Recovery Girl. Now she's resetting and trying to get that DPS pumping out. You can see still a strong advantage. Oh, there goes the health ball from Recovery Girl. We're going to see probably another shield here. Oh, they're full shield, so never mind. They tweaked that when I was not seeing. But now at this point, they're going to go ahead and put Dika's tiny feet into a fantastic little Varg finger sandwich. Oh, Dika is coming back, starting to work their rotation. Vargs everywhere are salivating, thinking about finger sandwiches made up of Varg toes. If anyone wants Ippen toe picks, don't ask me. Varg toe picks, ask me.
Nerp.
I don't know if you could hear that, but that was kind of horrible. Anyway,
Speaking of
meant to be funny.
Yeah, speaking of horrible, we've got a little sideshow going on, although it's a really beautiful, like, Soul Pyre Stallion. RVA just hanging out in the battle area. Hey, we love it when new people come and PvP with us. If you would like to PvP, just get off the mountain and jump a little bit, okay? We would love to see what you got to offer. Also, does RVA stand for Richmond, Virginia? Just out of curiosity.
Nope. Oh,
Looks like Pope Pius is trying to handle it, you guys. And so is Ron. What's up, Ron? Nice to see you. RVA's kind of getting what they asked for at this point.
looks like it's Ron versus Pope Pius, maybe? Yep, that's what it is. Growl's gonna kick it here for a sec. Just kind of let this play out.
We do have a section for spectators over there with a couple of our friends, Zammy, Leo Berserk, DBZ Reaper, Karen Wolf, Recovery Girl. We've also got, oh hey, shout out to another guild, Envious. We got Brandy Love here. I did a couple bosses with Brandy Love earlier this week to get my weeklies. Great job and nice to play with you. So yeah, really any of these pillars that you want to hang out on, RVA, get a great view, come up here and sit in the booth with Kara and Cornuca Mao. I really wish this little Ipid next to me would come onto the stream and let me know how to correctly pronounce your name. Parklight shouting it out. Thank you so much for doing so in the chat. You do have the option to participate in a match. Welcome, everyone. That is what we are here for.
Yeah, I want to go up to RVA and be like, challenge to a duel, because once again, Growl is not like ready for like, you know, hot PvP action. But I'm cool to like scrap, you know. Wow.
Ooh, you guys, somebody is offering cake and ice cream at Channel 2 Phantom Duke. And as an Ippin, I feel very strongly that I need to go and eat cake and ice cream. However, cake and ice cream is not quite enough for me to take on that bitch. Yeesh. Hell of a Phantom Duke. That's one of my least favorite bosses. I tell you guys what. Hey, you guys, what are your least favorite bosses ever? Tell us in the chat. I'll bet you they're the same ones as Kara and Growl.
What? No, what is your...
Phantom Duke is definitely
Phantom
up
Duke,
there.
Yep. Steel Spine Pagar?
Eesh. That dude. I almost always skip that dude. Kinix.
Dragon Newt?
Kinix is a real bitch.
Kinnick sucks.
Ugh.
Dragon Newt?
Dragon Newt. Oh, you got it, girl. Fuck the Dragon Newt. I mean, like, your friend Kara is a fan of daily boss runs, but I have to say that when we come to, you know, Kinix, Dragon Newt, that ish.
I think the rest of them I can solo, or you and I can two-person,
Yeah,
right?
we can two-person, like, basically everything.
Oh,
guys.
Mantis sucks.
Mantis does kind of suck. Hey, particularly the Mantises in the Karzakor invasion.
Yeah,
am
we're
I
talking
right?
world bosses, though, so we're going to asterisk that and say, by proxy,
Like, are they exactly the same? I don't think they're exactly the same, but, like,
moveset's pretty much the
they
same.
are more annoying in the Karzakor invasion, I think. Or maybe that's just because there's all the enemies around. Like,
You know what's more annoying?
Yeesh.
Anything in a movie theater. And those ones are in a movie theater, so that's why it makes them more annoying. Yeah.
so cake and ice cream, huh? Still not enough to get me to do Phantom Duke.
Not annoying, but better in a movie theater.
I've never had cake and ice cream in a movie theater, but it sounds pretty dope.
nor have I, but I've had McDonald's fried chicken, like candy from a bag. I've opened up like pops, like psh, sodas.
Dude, Raisinets. That's what always gets Kara to a movie theater. Big old
Yeah.
package of Raisinets for like $12.
Whoa, look at this. This has been a battle of monsters. And right now, Pope is a little bit ahead. Ron's still working it. Ron's been pumping out that damage. Whoa.
Ron's like, oh no, you don't cast that spell. I'ma cast my Earthbreaker
Ooh.
on you.
Ron missed that Earthbreaker, but coming in with a couple of good ones. Yeah. Oh, good charge by Ron. Hope High is still having the advantage. How did Ron just get like a lot of health back?
I don't know, Growl. How do Zergs get health back?
I do have a ring that does that. I can show you right now, but we're going to watch the match.
Yeah, let's watch the match and then you show us.
Okay. Pope Pius says, your ring doesn't do a thing and is deciding to dominate? No.
Oh,
Alright.
Ron. You basically like almost had it, you guys. That's pretty dope. Oh, hey, Fuzzy Side Up. How you doing? Would you like to do some PvP with everybody today? Nice to see you.
Yeah? Riva? No? I don't necessarily.
Hey, Fuzzy Side Up. You want to fight? Hello. Welcome.
Do those two wanna fight?
Crawl versus RVA. It's been called out by the matron Hippolyta. Get ready. Maybe give her a tiny tap just to let her know it's time to,
Or does Fuzzy Side Up want to fight RVA? Because that's cool too.
Hey, you guys, just so you know, you can whisper to Hippolyta or Toasty to arrange a fight. We are more than happy to fight. Or, maybe they do know what they walked into. Is it just me or are they dressed identically?
They are literally dressed identically. They look almost exactly the same.
Maybe it's those little girls from The Shining.
Oh my god, but they were twins, and these are ungilded.
Doesn't mean they can't be friends.
You know, what'd be awesome is if you wanted to like, I'm not gonna fight you, bro. Let's do a challenge to a duel. Oh, she does not want a duel.
What about Fuzzamajig? Brandy loves calling out RZA versus Fuzzy. I said RZA, but it's actually Riba.
Yes.
Looks like RVA needs to set duels to be able to accept duels.
Yeah, I mean, I
That
can
is no big
fight. I
deal.
can not fight.
Yeah. So anybody who wants to participate in the fights, just go ahead and DM Toasty or Hippolyta. All are welcome here at Fight Night. Thank you for coming.
All are welcome. Oh, Wolfie's starting.
In the meantime, Growl is gonna fight with Koenig Wolf, and it looks like the new ladies have done their thing. Thanks for stopping by. Come back soon. Alright, so we got Growl and Koenig Wolf. Growl, as a reminder, is scoped for PvE as an environment. Let's see. Koenig Wolf is getting
Oh, that went the wrong way.
aggressive. This is a fast-moving fight, you guys. Don't be fooled by his gigantic feet. Growl is actually quite nimble.
Oh, you caught me with what I wanted to do. It's so different when you, like, are expecting to be able to shoulder strike more. Ooh, that super surprises me that Konig's got.
Get that whirlwind, Growl. Koenig Wolf is thinking about regrouping. They're like,
They got significant advantage. What they don't got is the biggest feet. The biggest feet of all bars. Oh, he snagged me. Guillotine is just so slow for like PvP. It just makes no sense.
hey, any Zerks out there? Do you agree with Growl's assertion? Tell us in the comments. Make sure you like and follow.
Come on.
Also, tell us what you think the best application for Guillotine is.
Oh, it's definitely like PvE dungeons, in my opinion.
So, like, if you're going after a boss and you gotta cause a lot of...
It's single target DPS. That's what it comes down to.
So, in other words, Lich.
Oh,
A boss
yeah.
who never moves at all.
I should have gone right into that. I should have even hesitated. Gone right into Guillotine, because Guillotine just is non-functional for PvP.
So Guillotine, well, Earthbreaker obviously is the better choice for PvP. Agree? Disagree?
Well, it also depends on the blessing, right? Because the blessing, oh.
Nice job, you guys. GG's. Nice job, Growl. Nice job, Koenig Wolf. Great to see you. Growl's about to rejoin us in the booth.
That's where Growl belongs. Cheering and shouting.
And putting money in the piggy bank. Thanks whoever put this here. I know it's not going to make a big difference, but I'm still going to throw a healing ball. Right above Growl's head.
Yeah. Something I can't collect. Thanks, No-Toe8.
It's actually not funny, but...
No, it's totally okay. Once again, development purpose, right? Why do you build things into a game and then just... it just happens? You've got to have some background and thought. I don't know.
And that's why we're curious. I mean, like... Yes, Growl.
What I'm curious about is the whole fact that for Bless Online, when they released this for PC back in like 2015, the map is increased by like a third. Like they have the content like already made. The code is already made. Everything is designed and developed. So all they have to do is kind of, you know, flip a switch.
Interesting question. Is code developed for a PC game completely analogous to code that's developed for a console game? is this exactly the same information? And if so, can it be, read and manipulated by a console system in exactly the same way as it is on a PC? That's a question for our developer quiz of the week. If you know a developer, ask them that, hopefully a game developer.
Grab them in the crotch, look them in the eye, be like, developer quiz, motherfucker.
Make sure they're a game developer first, though, because
Yeah.
IT is a lot like Baskin Robbins, right, you guys? It's all ice cream, but there's so many flavors. And not everybody, like, just because you know about ice cream doesn't mean you know about key lime pie versus chocolate versus, like, banana pudding or something.
Or the history of key lime pie versus banana chocolate versus key lime pie.
I mean, if you have someone walk in and be like, I want some raspberry cheesecake ice cream, and someone's like...
And if you know the history of that, be like, raspberry cheesecake was first combined in 1424 when someone ejaculated on the back of a bull, and that bull kicked a lamp over
Bro.
and it caused a... What?
So, if you come in and you have someone ask about raspberry cheesecake ice cream, a person who is an aficionado of key lime pie ice cream and knows all about the cones and everything that you put it in, they ain't gonna give a shit about that raspberry ice cream.
No. They're gonna, like, smile once they taste.
And just because you say, oh, I'm in IT, that doesn't mean that you know everything about how to fix your grandma's AOL or something, okay?
Yeah, some people can be really great at code, and then they try and troubleshoot your Wi-Fi, and it's like, just unplug it for like a minute. Unplug it for like a full minute.
And some people
and then plug
know,
it back in.
yeah, like everything about Wi-Fi, but then like they wouldn't know what to do in C# if you like paid them to. Just so you know. And it doesn't mean they're bad, it just means like one of them is a really good vanilla ice cream and the other one is a really good pineapple ice cream. Okay? Both wonderful in their own way. All ice cream, but it's not all the same, you guys. This extremely extended metaphor is brought to you by Ardell Traders brand fresh fruit pie. Take one home for your family today, straight from the Knoll waste to your Shabiki brick oven. So it looks like we got Toasty. Toasty out there just being Toasty McToasterson, fighting against your friend and mine, Zammy Zammarino. This is going to be a battle of adorable Ippins. Kara almost wants to get down there because it's a battle of adorable Ippins.
Could you like feasibly like PvP yourself up, Kara? How much star seeds do you have? Could you actually get
Oh my
a little bit?
god, that's like asking Daddy Warbucks. Like,
How he wipes his ass and it's with $100 bills.
No, I mean like that's like asking Daddy Warbucks, hey, can I have a coffee? Yeah. Not because like there's so much coffee that can be bought with Daddy Warbucks money.
So wiping his ass with $100 bills was less effective as kind of a character development.
What we're saying, besides the fact that Toasty is doing great against Zammy,
Crushing.
and Zammy is also doing great, is that Kara is freaking loaded with all this money. To answer your question, by the way.
Whoa, look at this. This is like next shot. This is two Ippins and their finest. Who's hungrier? Who's got a spoonful of more peanut butter? Who's going to finish the other one and lick the batter from the beaters? This is chocolate chip cookie night. This is Zammy. This is Toasty. This is... Oh! Toasty beating Zammy? Wow! That was a great one.
Aw, Zammy Zammarino, you wanna share some poutine with me?
Wow, that was a good one. I'm sorry.
That's awesome,
Growl
you guys.
Growl frucked out for a minute. Instead of freaked out? Frucked? I just should have said Growl frucked for a minute. Instead of freaked out. Does that make sense? Yeah. Words good? Words bad? What do you think in chat? Toss it up in there.
Word Reno, word Roonies. So we've got Hippolyta,
Mmm.
and we've got Atsela Y.
Atsela is the mastermind behind the Squid Games of Physera. They also control the Squid Games in Physera. They also control the Squid Games in Physera. If you have not seen this, check out their stream. It often happens once every third Saturday, maybe once every a month a Saturday. But they have sick prizes, sick games, sick contests, and it's a sick time. You'll be vomiting, and you will love it.
I like you.
Vomiting in the best way possible. Vomiting in which you're like clearing out space and then you can drink more. It's kind of like the Roman vomitoriums where you would eat and then you would go and you'd expel
Growl, let's
and then you'd
talk
come back
about
and
how IT is like flavors of ice cream. You know,
how about we not talk about
there's-
food? Let's
there's
completely
peanut butter Reese's ice cream. Oh, yeah, okay. You guys, Snickers ice cream, Heath ice cream, Twix ice cream.
Hippolyta versus Senria of Ms. Friday versus the matron herself. This is a 6 shadows event. This is 12 shadows divided by 2 times 3 minus 4 to the second power. Math. Let's not yell about math. Let's go ahead and keep them in frame, huh? How about that, Growl? Alrighty then. Thanks for sticking around. Welcome to Physera. Welcome all my puppies, my kittens, my screamers. All you humans, elves, Varganippins. All you Shabiki, quietly going behind the hut and doing a Shabiki dance with your Shabiki leaf. Getting that Shabiki junk. All engorged with Shabiki juice. We have seen a fantastic championship match in which Yeet has now tied for the longest reigning champ there is.
Yeah, I just want to shout out to Brandy Love. Definitely Snickers ice cream is the best of those. Just straight up correct answer. Some people say there's, you know, it's a matter of opinion, but there is a correct answer and you got it. Just so you know. Time for more poutine.
Wow. What is this word that you keep saying?
It's fries with gravy instead of ketchup.
Poutine?
Poutine. It's a Canadian thingy.
P-O-O-T-E-N?
No. P-O-U.
Like you're pooing on a teen?
Okay,
This is like,
you can stop now.
it's
It
like under
is
17,
a
like
very
defecation porn?
Now you took it way too far.
Wait, is it way too far? Or
I
just-
seem to recall somebody was eating fries with ketchup earlier tonight. True or false? Answer is true. It's exactly.
I was trying to figure a way to weasel my way out of that
Exactly
answer.
like that, except instead of ketchup.
You do have poo?
Instead of ketchup, you put.
Or pictures of like
gravy.
17
You know what?
teeners.
Y'all can just ignore Growl because he would eat ketchup ice cream if there was such a thing. Check it out. We got Toasty and Koenig
Wow.
Wolf. This is going to be an aggressive fight. Koenig Wolf is
Wow.
pulling. No. Punches. Toasty McToasterson
No punches.
slapping down those blades of justice to get himself out of a corner.
Wow. Wolf tossed. This is a very ferocious battle. Here we go. Keep going. Keep going, you two. We are almost neck and neck. Once again, Wolf trying to do what they do. They roll into a whirlwind, which is a really interesting... Because once again, Growl has talked about his blessing choice and selection. And you really got to go at this point stun lock. And I think that's what a lot of people dislike about certain MMOs is when they lock you into a certain like build and there's no variety and there's no customization. Now, with that being said, I love Mark of the Wolf. I will fucking just crush with that PvE, PvP, but it's a whole different style. And now, right now, though, we're seeing how Toasty is shielded back up. Wolf is all over that little Ippen. The Wolf is chomping into that shield. It tastes like lemon bars, like a sweet lemon. Trying to work that stun lock. Trying to do something different that Wolf does. Toasty is working what they do. They are a priest who has been re-rolled from a ranger. And we can see that Ippen power going against that Varg power. We can see two friends who are both hungry for the mac and cheese. And they just found out that the mac and cheese has bacon in it and tomatoes. Mac and cheese with bacon and tomatoes? Chat? Yes, no? I think my chat's broken. Because if seriously nobody in chat and there's like, what, 3 people, 5 people, there's like a couple of people watching. And if nobody has any like opinions about mac and cheese with bacon and tomatoes, well, maybe you should come over and I'll make you some mac and cheese with, unless you're veg, vegan, or lactose intolerant.
Yeah, you guys. So like every time I look
Whoa,
at the
look at
chat,
this.
it says disconnect with the chat. So sorry if you missed anything, but please continue to chat because we like to see you chat and hear you chat.
Yeah, look at this. Wow.
You're
Toasty back in the shield. Wolf continuing to work their fire. They got to get a couple of good charges off that shield. Ooh. Toasty needs one more. Right there. One more. Finish it, Toasty. That's it. Toasty does it.
Toasty McToasterson for the win. What? Nice, you guys. GG Koenig Wolf, GG Toasty. We all here. We all fam.
Real fame and curb. Man, I went to a concert last weekend, and like there were people all around me that like knew like all the words, and I felt like I was that one person that everybody was looking at me being like, you're not a fan. You don't like the band. You don't know all the words." And I'm like, wow, I had all this like thoughts and thinking, and I was like, I know them. I just can't like sing them like right now because I'm around like 50,000 people, and I can, you know, cheer and yell, but I can't like sing along. Does that make sense? Is that crazy
I mean,
talk?
it does make sense, but also, like, to each his own. Some people love to shout out the lyrics and sing along, and some people just like to groove to the sound. Some people don't like to sing, and some people are, like, singing along in their mind. I mean, girl, like, you know, like, practically all the lyrics to all the songs. Like, your friend Kara does know those also, and your friend Kara does like to shout it out loud and proud when she knows the words to a song. So, like, I was, but it's not required for fandom. Okay, so, like, all y'all being like, oh, if you don't sing along, you're not a fan. Shut the fuck up. In, like, the kindest, most friendly Ippen way, because that's Kara.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much just like live and let live, you guys. Everyone's fandom looks a little bit different. Just like everyone's PvP looks a little bit different, okay? Ildika and Koenig Wolf. Ildika entering the match in a big way, you guys. Can I just say, Growl, how glad I am to see some Zerg on Zerg action? We rarely get, kind of some good, we don't have enough Zergs, first of all, just in general, and secondly...
Yeah, Koenig beat me a minute ago.
Yeah, true, but, like, I'm really glad that, that we are starting to see a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
I like Fight Night when we see a variety of
I want to see
characters.
more rangers and mages.
Mages! We don't have, like, hardly any mages, you guys. Where are the mages at? Yo? But I love it when we see a variety of characters, races, blessings, character types, you know, like that kind of thing. It just makes it more interesting. Like, as wonderful as priests are, nobody wants to see priests all the damn time.
Okay. Fudge yes. Fudge to the yes is. We go through the whole alphabet and we arrive with 25 kinds of fudges. 24 kinds of fudges. And then we arrive to the fudge that arrives at Y, which is yes. Made a lot of sense in my head. It's like a yes fudge. So you have to get through all the alphabet to get to the yes, which is the Y. Yeah. Sorry. Just tell me to...
We have Hippolyta and Zammy, you guys. What
Feedback.
a really
Appreciate it.
Cool,
Provide.
What a really cool matchup. For sure.
If you say less is more, that makes sense, and I can get it. So, right now, Hippo versus the Zammers. Zammers had a tum-tum issue earlier. Was really worried about the Zammers. They were running like a high fever. Ooh, that was concerning.
Yeah, fever, not good.
Fever, not good.
So we got Zammy and Hippolyta. Zammy is working at it pretty hard. Hippolyta's got pretty good work keeping that shield up a little bit. We've got Zammy's once again. This is some oh okay. So my bad. This is the Satyr on Satyr fight. So neither of them ought to be using their shields. To be honest, just like the two priests, they do not heal. So. Don't count Zammy out, you guys. They're making some bold moves over here against Hippolyta. Hippolyta is taking some time to regroup. Look out for Zammy. I mean, they're a slippery little lippin'. Zammy Zammarino, one of those who lives on the same street as, you know, Gubbins, Toasty, and others, along with Kara. The nicest Ippin neighborhood that there is, because they're all nice, you guys. Looks like Hippolyta is victorious against Zammy. Great to see everybody here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for those of you on Twitch. Thank you for those of you on Xbox. Anybody on PlayStation, good to see you too. All y'all on PC, what's up you guys? Yeah.
Steam Deck. I don't think this is on Switch. Well, I guess, can you do Twitch on Switch? That's actually a good question.
That's a great
I've got a
question,
Switch.
you guys.
I've never tried it.
What is it, Stadia? It's not on Stadia, but like I'm just proud that I know what Stadia is, right?
Yeah, Stadia is a gaming platform, so I don't think that they would have an app for Twitch. But anyway. Winding down, we are finding the things of the evening.
Like brownies and ice cream and poutine, all kinds of stuff. But here's the other thing.
is we do have an additional championship match to have at the end of Friday Night Fight Night. I'm very interested to see who is going to stand up, who is going to sit down, who is going to dance the Macarena. Hippolyta's throwing out there, we're going to do like a quick champs bracket. She and Recovery Girl are going to be two of the first to jump out there. So let's make sure everybody's ready. And then, okay, so Recovery Girl's jumped. Looks like, oh, Hippolyta is waiting to make sure everybody's fine. Who do you want to see in the chance bracket, you guys? Let us know in chat.
All right, all right. Wow, this has been a thing. The winner is going for the Yeet 4 belt, which will be one of the longest title championship defenses that are out there.
For sure.
For sure. Just to spoil everybody, Grell's going to create some controversy.
Oh.
Varglove. I'm sorry.
Hashtag Barglove.
Hashtag. How about ass tap Varglove?
What is this controversy that you're going to create, Growl?
I want to review the film. I want to see what things are going on. Yeah.
What film? Of the fights?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why is that controversial?
Why is what controversial?
Reviewing the film.
There's no controversy in reviewing the film. Just because I said it was controversial and something that I was going to do was controversial doesn't make it controversial. I can say that what I'm doing is sexploitive, right? But if I'm like blowing my nose just because I said it's sexploitive,
Or eating
is it
poutine.
really? What? What is that word you keep saying?
You guys, Hippolyta
Just
is
kidding.
so close. Recovery Girl, oh, with a killing combo. Recovery Girl and Yeet. We gonna have a double
Wow.
priest battle. I don't know. Koenig Wolf keeps wandering out here like he wants to get a piece
Yeah.
of fighting. I think that would be great because,
They're ready.
like, seriously, Koenig Wolf was a really fierce competitor tonight. Really fast-paced, really aggressive, and that's fun to watch. Just TBH, you know, guys.
All right, here we go. Round. Whoa. What?
Okay, so looks like Hippolyta is declaring a rematch.
Okay.
Yes.
Get up in Yeet's face. I think Yeet might need a break.
Yes.
Yeet's been working really hard. Yeet's been working like crazy hard.
I mean, do you know how hard it is to like obtain all those appearances
I
he's
do.
got? And
Do you know
like,
how much
do
you
all
helped
the
me?
dying?
in the past 4 days to get me to a point where I'm like semi quote unquote viable for dungeons, and yet I'm going to be so underpowered, so unp, so poutined.
What?
What? Is that like a thing that's like kind of like maple face and is racist?
You
'cause it's
guys,
Canadian?
I don't even. Okay. So, like, real talk from Kara. Kara, as an Ippin, of course, will eat whatever you put in front of her on the plate. So, yes, all the poutine. Kara IRL,
Psst, I'll eat poutine too.
you probably will because it's
I
two
would so
things
much.
you like put together.
I like them both. I just think the word's funny. Kind of like onomatopoeia.
It's a French word.
Is onomatopoeia a French word too?
Probably.
I'm supposed to be whispering.
That's okay. No one can hear you except me. Don't worry.
Oh, Eraserhead Q and RB. I want to be like, oh, I'm gonna so like sorry. I'm gonna be like sorry. Be like sorry.
Girl got a hit out on somebody.
Kinda.
Wait, are you really gonna QRB right now when we're having like the championship match?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh, I wanted to throw the thing up into the thing and be like, Friday night fight night, Eraserhead. You want a QRB? But you are right, Kara. Thank you for being the voice of not the Shibiki Fire, and more of the voice of being the Ippin bowl of fantastic oatmeal.
Everybody loves a bowl of oatmeal, especially Ippin.
You sustain me.
You sustain me like poutine. Yeah, but anyway, Kara the Ippin will totally eat poutine, but like Kara IRL, like no. No. Gravy is no. Anyway, it looks like Koenig Wolf is going to have a fight. And is it going to be against Hippolyta? Because that would be interesting. We're also paging Yeet right now on his pager to the front desk. But in the meantime, we hope you enjoy this fight between Hippolyta and Koenig Wolf. Because I'm sure going to. Alright, Hippolyta and Koenig Wolf are kind of into the weeds a little bit. Hopefully they can come back closer to the flag, and they do. So we've got we got a Zergvarg, and we got a human satyr. We are ready to see what these two up-close and personal fighters are going to do today. They're going to put their best out to give their best to you so you can have the best of a Friday night fight night, you guys. Hippolyta and Koenig Wolf still going at it. It looks like Hogan Wolf has taken a couple of hits. But Hippolyta, honestly, not that far behind. Dazed a little bit.
Wow. Wow, Koenig. Ooh. Oh, man. I thought Koenig had it. Hippolyta shows why they are the matron of the shadows. Either the most elusive shadow or the most dense and dark shadow there is.
Harklight calling out the incoming title match. Yeet and Recovery Girl are being paged to the
Wow.
center.
This is huge.
Is the final Friday Night Fight Night Championship bout of this evening, you guys. We are about to be announcing, like, the ultimate in Friday Night Fight Nights. Up until right now, we had so many great fights. We had an unforgettable, best of 3 with Sauce Lord and Yeet earlier today to kick off the night. looks like Recovery Girl and Yeet are taking their places in the beginning, or in the center stage, as it were. As Hippolyta says, we need to ensure that the players are not taking any buffs, any pots, or any, exploits, also known as puffs, pots, and bong hits. So we are doing that right now, you guys. We are making sure that we have everything we need. We are introducing the fighters right now. Ladies and gentlemen of Physera, the Six Shadows present the second Fight Night Championship bout of the evening, you guys. Pardon this pause while Kara puts some fries with all kinds of different toppings. Maybe some ketchup, maybe some mustard, maybe some barbecue sauce, maybe some dry rub, and maybe even a little bit of gravy.
Poutine. Fuck,
I
man.
really wish you guys could see Growl's IRL face because it's so full of confusion and cuteness. Alright. We are waiting for the unbuffed picks to be submitted. Yes, what's up, Growl?
This is a Six Shadows Friday Night Fight Night Championship event. This is a bout that is sanctioned by the Six Shadows and will be monitored by all of the judges. Not just the six, but all of the shadows shall be involved to ensure that there are no puffs, no buffs, no pots, no exploits, no rage monsters, no necklaces of the raging storm. We have two priests tonight going 1v1 head-to-head combat duel.
No heals.
No heals, no buffs, no pots, no exploits, no raging storm.
No bong hits.
No bong hits, no tokes, no rokes, no late night pokes.
No mellow sativa.
No mellow sativa, no crunk indica.
No poutine.
No poutine, maybe a little bit of yummy hybrid. Whatever we got, tonight is it, and tonight we'll do it. Tonight, we will see if the Golden Shadow Priest themselves, Yeeticus, who has been working hard. They have been working so hard for the past 2 weeks, and they fortuitously yesterday pulled a max roll. I don't know if it's max roll, but a super great pull of an S+, and then they got some really great runes on top of that. So, put them into a good spot. We all know that the great Recovery Girl is literally great. A past champion. A past champion that has been champion, defended the championship, and has almost come to the point of being longest reigning champion out there. This is the great combat medic themselves. This is Recovery Girl. Both fighters have been confirmed. Both fighters have submitted screenshots to the Guild of the Six Shadows. Lady Hippolyta herself, the matron of Shadows, has reviewed all the screenshots and confirmed there are no, say it with me folks, pots, no buffs, no exploits. Also, the Raging Storm necklace is not allowed.
No necklaces like that. Oh, hey, Koenig Wolf, thanks for joining us in the announcing booth. Hope you enjoyed the view. Thanks for standing in the back because you're so tall.
There are no pots, no buffs, no exploits. These are two priests going head-to-head, 1v1 PvP duel. Because this is a pre match, there are not going to be any keys. Did that make sense?
No.
Priest versus priest, there's not going to be any he's. Trying to make it rhyme.
Okay, I get
priest
it
versus
now.
priest, there's not going to be any heals.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen of Physera, welcome to Physera. Welcome all my Physerians, the Six Shadows presents the second Fight Night Championship bout of the evening. This is the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. This is a Lady Hippolyta production. This is a Guild of the Six Shadows sanctioned event. This is for as many marbles as you can find, as many marbles as you can have ever seen. Any marble that you can think of, or any of your friends think of, or by proxy, anyone that you know, any marbles that they and you can think of, this match is for them. This match is for all the marbles. In the blue corner, the challenger, a prior champion who was almost the champion of the longest reign. This is the healing hero, the great combat medic, Recovery Girl. And in the red corner, after defending their championship title tonight, this is the Golden Shadow. This is Eutychus. Both combatants are switching channels. Once again, no buffs, no pots, no exploits. We can see Pope Pius maintaining the outer boundary on their northern wall. We can see Eutychus coming back. We're waiting for Recovery Girl to come back. We are not seeing Recovery Girl. Oh, we see Recovery Girl. We are back into the match. This is priest on priest action. This is human versus Ippen. We have not seen this since the Great Conjunction. Since the Great Alliance, when humans and Vargs put their differences aside and the Ippens came in with their brazen confidence, their know-how, their ingenuity, and their inventions, and they stormed the continent and destroyed and ate everything in their path, much like the locusts of yore. Here we go. Priest on priest, here we go. No heals. We will see shields. We will see healing. No, that's a power sphere. Why can't I think about it? Kara, what is that thing called on the ground?
It's a sigil, you guys.
Sigil.
And, like, the other thing I just wanted to make clear is that Ippens are not, crusaders who destroy everything. We just came, we saw wonderful food, and we said, let's set up a vibrant marketplace here, you guys. So
Trading sandwiches.
I mean, and like just being, good merchants and, stimulators of the local economy. So like
Finding out what you can
Ippens
eat, whether they
came,
be tree branches or
we
the local
saw,
fauna.
we ate, and then we stimulated the economy. You're welcome.
I will pay you for eating your tree branches. I'm sorry, your tree has died. I am an Ippen. I eat things. I get it, I'm a Varg. I like to eat things too. I also like to... Squirrel?
Speaking of squirrels, there are two amazing
I'm back.
competitors running around.
It was a pine cone.
Wow, you guys. Yeet is taking it to Recovery Girl. Recovery Girl is ferociously hitting up that. Oof. This is close, you guys.
Wow.
Like, hitting that holy flame like life depends on it, which it does.
No heals. We're trying to get retribution. We got a little bit too much distance.
We are allowed to do shields, which is what Recovery Girl just did. Yeet tore it down like it was a gross little fence, though.
Yeah. Wow. Yeet keeping the pressure on. Recovery Girl moving, staminaing. Both have. Wow. Shields up.
Oh my god,
Recovery
you guys.
Girls. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. That was a great match.
What? GG. That's all I got to say. Yeet. GG. Ultimate
Yeah.
awesome. Recovery Girl. We
That
know
was a GG.
how long
That was
you've
close.
been a killer champion. Yikes. I tell you what, if this were best out of 3, I don't know who would win. It's pretty crazy. That was an amazing fight. Wow. Oh yeah, it is best out of 3. Sorry, you guys.
Yep.
Yeet takes 1, but it was so close, girl. It was totally close. It was, oof. There's all kinds of stuff to do after
I've
that
seen
one.
Recovery Girl come back from deeper deficits, right? And especially with a priest on priest with no heals, these go quick. These are 90-second matches because it's a lot of action. All right.
Yes.
All right, we can see it. We can see them. This is a yeet.
Second round, you guys. It's getting real.
The second round has begun.
It's getting really, Yeet starts with some Blades of Justice, followed up by, oh, he's hitting the Holy Flame and the Smite types
Right into
already.
it.
Yow. Yeet did not come to play. Neither did Recovery Girl.
That first round is always something where you kind of test it out, and I think at this point, Yeet found out that they have the stronger DPS, and they can pump it. So now at this point, Recovery Girl has to control, has to daze, stun lock, and toss Yeet as much as they can. And without it being health balls, that's going to be it.
Oh, that's it, you guys. Recovery Girl in an extremely rare off couple of fights because she dominated earlier tonight. Remember? That is some GG's. You guys, we've got a championship. Damn.
I like you.
As I did say, I'm going to go back and review the film. I don't mean to be like that. Yeet is well deserved, and I'll tell you what, Yeet has been fucking working hard. And I hope this serves as motivation for them to keep that focus on being the best on. You got this. I mean, well deserving. Yeah. Why do I feel like I'm out on a limb all by myself and like super alone?
It's the Shibiki juice, girl. As you can see by all the Shibiki trophies. We're just having a good time. Check us all out, man. We having a good time. Thanks for coming to Friday Night Fight Night, you guys. This was a blast. Look at everybody having a good time. Love it. This is a great time. Yeah, Sauce Lord came back and Dripple's hanging out behind him. What's up, you guys? Totally gonna have like a free-for-all. Kara's gonna dance in the middle of chaos. What? Because that's what it do. Looks like Riva came back. What's up, girl? So did Fuzzy. Nice. Yeet says thank you.
All right.
Worked hard for my final form.
Yeah, they did. They have been working. They had their...
Is that a Dragon Ball Z joke?
What's so funny is whether it was or it wasn't, I was going to go into a Dragon Ball Z analogy, and I was going to talk about how when Goku had his tail cut off as a little kid, and then all of a sudden he was able to reach a higher Super Saiyan form because they actually pulled out his tail from the little nubbin that was left over. So I think it's like comment on circumcision. Actually, I don't. That's the weirdest, worst thing I could have ever said right now, because now I have a whole lot of thinking having to do with myself and with others.
You know what is
Wow.
actually grosser
Why can't I just...
than that is Tanukis.
Oh, the real Tanukis
The real
who are
Tanuki,
like...
not Tanuki Mario.
Yeah,
That's some
Tanuki Mario's
child-friendly
like...
shit, bro.
Although, Tanuki Mario does have like a... He does pull his scrotum to make himself... Okay, anybody out there? How many
Google
viewers?
Tanukis,
7? you
you guys. You'll find out
yeah.
what it's all about.
Japanese Tanukis.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to tell you about right now is how these fantastic beings of power and delight use their gigantic scrotums to, you know, pull it over their back and become kind of like a kite. Just look it up. I'm not going to do it any justice. And honestly, it's going to take away from the moment, because Yeet is completely deserving of this moment. I mean, for sure, for real. And once again, in the past 3 to 4 days, Sauce Lord should be up in there too. Yeah, I'm glad to see you hopping around, Sauce.
We have so many elite fighters, you guys, and we have so many like new fighters who showed up, and so many like fighters who we only occasionally see. Like, all are welcome, and we love like the flavor that each of y'all uniquely brings.
Yeah, but Yeet has been working hard. They have had the championship title for a couple weeks, right? And the crazy thing, and I think this might be what separates them apart from others, is they have consistently strived and worked to improve upon their gear and their whole kind of like, ooh, that was the worst. Let me take away the HUD and make it really like pretty. Let's really enjoy beautiful Lady Hippolyta. Lady Hippolyta, where the fuck are you going, dude? All right. What? That's why I say just you stand there. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. And like I said, let me go back a step and actually go back for a second and be like, seriously, Yeet, honestly, for as long as Yeeticus has been champion, right? The first 2 weeks, they were kind of like, wow, I'm champion, I can do this. And then for the subsequent weeks, and especially the past 4 to 5 days, they have been focusing on doing dimensional dungeons and really trying to improve their gear. And they've made themselves more powerful in the past 24 hours than I've seen anyone else do with their gear tweaks and their accessories. So, I'm sorry, Kara. Please.
Fun fact, which you could probably see throughout the last few minutes on screen. Kara and Yeet have the same robe appearance. Oh yeah. It's badass. Totally. Growl, you sitting over here by yourself? Alright. Kara will stand here and do some fun stuff as Growl is watching the tape. Maybe the tape of an Ippin dancing. Oh, hey, Hippolyta. There's a close-up. Love it. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in tonight. This has been your friend Kara, dancing like an adorable Ippin here center stage, as you can see, while lots of other folks run around and have fun. We are on a Tiny Screams stream. We're chilling, we're having fun. This is Friday Night Fight Night. This is the longest community running event in Bless Unleashed. We're here at the Bridge of the Six Shadows in Northern Bjorn. Thank you so much. GG, amazing fight night to you all. Hosted by Our Lady Hippolyta, hosted by Toasty, hosted by all these people who just love some good old-fashioned PvP fun, you guys. This has been a great night. Hosted by your friend Growl. Yeeticus, who's jumping in and out of the screen, is the winnerino. Thanks for stopping by, you guys. We have had a brilliant time.
All right, everyone. All right, all right. Hey, friend Kara, let's go. Yeah, let's do it this way. I'm going to put us up against, and I'm going to really push this. We're going to do some. I'm going to try and do some interesting camera angling.
Where do you want me, girl?
This is going to be the first time in a very long time that I'll have you come up into the camera, because the camera is going to be static, so I'll have you look at my screen, and I'll try and adjust. You can do some sick jumps.
You know, there's a giant pillar right in front of me, so I can't really do anything.
That's the whole kind of thing. That's why I'm doing the camera and getting this close shot angle. Yeah.
Okay, that worked out pretty well, you guys. Let's do it again.
All right, sweet. This has been another Friday Night Fight Night of momentous occasion. We've seen Eutychus defend their title to tie Sauce Lord for being the longest running champion. They defended that title criteria. What will be the right word? They tied the record for longest running Fight Night champion, and they did that by beating the reigning longest running Fight Night champion, Sauce Lord. A lot of words, a lot of confusion. Super sorry for all that. But once again, this has been another fantastic Friday Night Fight Night. Eutychus was able to hold their championship title again against Recovery Girl, the great combat medic themselves. We have the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed continuing to go. We might not have been streaming last weekend, but it still went on. The championship title is going hand to hand. These matches will continue on. It's been great to see you.
Thanks, everyone.
From my good friend Kara.
Yes.
This has been a Six Shadows event. This has been a Lady Hippolyta production. This is Friday Night Fight Night. We are all up into Kara's abs. This is the longest running community event in all of Bless Unleashed. Eutychus remains the champion. There we go with... I think that's Eldika. Don't move, Kara. Let's get up a little bit. Just want to pinch your cheeks and give you like a whole bunch of peaches and just stuff them in your face.
Yeah, I mean, Ippins are super cute and everything. Okay, this has been super fun, you guys. We will catch you next time.
Next week will be an interesting stream. We will make it happen. It'll be quick, abbreviated. It'll be punchy. We will catch one championship match, and it's going to be a flash dance. A flash dance, a flashpoint. What happened in that DC animated thing that we saw?
That was a flashpoint, yeah.
That was a flashpoint. It'll be a flashpoint. So, okay, flashpoint. Awesome. Friday Night Fight Night, Guild of the Six Shadows, Physera, thank you, Screamers, Puppies, Kittens, Elves, Humans, Varg and Ippins, all you Shabiki with your Shabiki yums. We will check you next time. Woo!